Okay, welcome to lesson 7. What we're going to work on here is to create a clipping mask with the type digital, and we're going to work on creating type along a path. So let's look at what the end result is going to be. Going to the O7 end file. We're going to have this digital. This is going to be a magazine cover, simulated magazine cover with the text digital here. And that is a clipping mask revealing a circuit board through the text. So that's going on there. And then we're going to type text along a path. We're going to create paths and put our type along it. Part we're not going to go over lesson 7 right now is adding this text here, which is at the end of the chapter. I think that's pretty straightforward, and you should be able to maneuver that without a video reference. So let's go back to our start file. So I renamed it O7 Working PSD. Did a file save as. I have the character here. What I want to do is type the word digital according to the specs. So I'm going to select my type key, which is here, my horizontal type tool. I have that. And I want to set my sizes for this. So I want to do the text at 144 point sharp. So right now my text is at 16 point, so I want to move that up to 144. I could do the scroll feature here where it says text here, just scroll it. So what I'm doing is just moving my cursor. I initiated on the T's of the text, and I can move that over to 144. So I started here, and I can scroll back or forth in 144. Or I could just highlight it and type in what I want. So if I wanted 16, boom, there. I want to go back 144, just highlight it. So multiple ways to do the same thing. So I have the text there. I want the color of the text to be black. Now with RGB colors, we have RGB here. 255, 255, 255 is a pure white. If you want to be pure black, I would type in 000. So what I'm going to do is highlight that, say 0, hit the tab key, which will move me down to the next box. 0, tab key, 0. So now 000, that's pure black for the RGB colors that we're working in. So I'm going to say OK. For here, I want to just click anywhere on the image right now. I'm going to have the digital up there, but I can always move it later. But I'm going to click here as this spot, and I'll type in digital, and D-I. So I have digital. I can kind of see what I have going on here. I can go there. I like that. I can hit this check button there, so it's okay. Or I could hit return. No, return won't do it. Command Z on that. Okay, so I can hit the check button here, and that will confirm my typing. So check confirms the typing. Come to my move tool. I had opened my window view, and I'm showing my rulers. I know I'm showing them because they're checked. If I uncheck it, the rulers are gone. View rulers. Rulers reappear up here and on the side. I want to pull out a guide. So I'm going to pull out a vertical guide. So I'm going to go to this vertical ruler here, and I'm going to click and drag, and I want to go to 4 1/4 be the center point of this image. So there I got there, and I can put the I of digital. Digital is highlighted, so if I have my move tool highlighted, I can use my arrows on my keyboard, and I'm just tapping the arrows, kind of center that I in there. So that's typing the type. Now I want to create a clipping mask from this circuit board layer over here. So I'm going to turn on the eyeball. There you go, circuit board. I'm going to highlight that. So this is the layer that I'm working with now. I'm going to use my move tool, drag that up. I can scale it up or down. If I want to scale it, I would do Command T, which would bring the scale feature, or I could go to Edit, Transform, Free Transform, whichever way I want to do it. Scale is one way to just hit normal scale. Free Transform is Command T. To me, that's the quickest way, and there's, like I said, more than one way to do each task in Photoshop. But I hit Command T here, it brings around my border, If I want to scale it in proportion, I'll hold the Shift key. If I just not really concerned about the proportions of it, I can scale it out. So you got there. Once I like it, I can again hit the check mark here, or I can hit return on the keyboard. Hit return on the keyboard. It will work for this. There we go. Lucky. All right, so now I want to make a clipping mask. So for the clipping mask to work, I need to have the circuit board on top of the type. What it's going to do is clipping mask will take whatever is the type and reveal the clipping board through it, the circuit board through it. So how we do that is select this layer, right-click on it, and create clipping mask. So do that, and it's moved it on top of there. So now when I look at this, because this is still highlighted, I can move this image around a little bit. If I move it too far this way, I'm seeing black, and that's not good. So I'm going to bring it back this way a little, and whatever I want to show through, I could do that. Get that P there if I want to get rid of the P, or I got the S. Just want to see what I want to show through. If I didn't like any of that, I could go scale it again. Say I don't want any letters, Command T. I'm going to try to do this quicker. I could scale this out. Okay, I got that letter P in there. That's all right. Let's see, bring this. So it does. I'm not really so concerned about proportions because I'm going for a visual effect here. And that probably could work. Just bring this up a little bit. Cheat that down a little. I'm trying to just so I don't see that little bit of that S there. I'm using my arrow keys, fine tune it. You have that option. Okay, like it, go here, check. So that's what we have for right now. Now I want to put an inner shadow effect on there. So I'll come down to my effects, add a layer style here, down at the bottom of my layers. Click that, and I want to do an inner shadow. And with that, I want to set my opacity to 48%. So I can type in 48 there. My distance, what are they looking for on a distance? So they said it's 18. I can move this out of the way, kind of see a little bit. We can see the little distance. Not showing right now. I got the preview on, but it is. Okay. What's going on, what I forgot to do was to select the digital layer here. So I can't see my preview. It's not really making effect to there. No big deal. I'm going to go with the numbers I pushed in, and we'll see what we can do here. So the number they said distance 18, and I really shouldn't have done it this way, but that's what happened. And we're going to do our size at 16. So I'll come down to my size, bring that up to 16. So I'm using a slider, like you can slide it there, or you can type it in. So I'm going to say, okay, no effect showing up because I had this layer highlighted instead of the digital text layer highlighted. So what I need to do is to drag this onto this layer. So what I did is grab where it says effects here and just drag it down. And it's removing it from the circuit board layer and placing it on this layer. Now, to see that effect, if I double click here, then I can select there. I have my inner shadow is selected here. And if I do my distance, now I can see what the, I change it. It called for 18. What does 47 look like? Not good. So I know why they call for 18. But it just shows you how you can adjust these, the size of it, what it looks like. So we're reading a lot of numbers, but experiment as you're going and see what looks best for you. The numbers are there to get us a good starting point, and they think looks good, but you could try different things there in the blend mode. Multiply, that does look good. So I'll stop there, say OK, and now my effect is on the digital type layer and not on the circuit board layer. We have that there. So now what we want to do is create a type along the path. The next step on page 187 going into page 188 of our text. We're going to go down to my background. This is select the background layer, so we'll do that, select that, so I'm not having to put my